After spending a few days touring around Tacloban city, visiting tourist spots like the Leyte Landing, the Santo Niño Shrine, shopping for souvenir items, trying out local delicacies like moron in downtown Zamora Street, and meeting up subscribers for a quick get-together, it's finally time to wrap up and fly back to Manila. This is Tacloban City's Daniel Z. Romualdez Airport, and we're flying back home to Manila on a budget carrier Cebu Pacific. There are no ticket machines here for now, so we need to line up.
Wala tayong kiosk, so we're going to do manual check-in.
Now let's see how quick they handled this one.
We got our ticket and we're going to the gate. Yan. Thank you po. Yan, mabilis lang mag-check-in sa Cebu Pacific.
Check-in was fast and easy, and everyone was simply happy. We had enough time to wander around the seemingly small airport that looks huge on the inside. The departure hall is just spacious and has plenty of seats at the waiting area, with booths that sell coffee and snacks for convenience. And with our agenda of checking in already done, it was time to head off to another security check and onwards to the gates.
And we're off to the gate.
The gate area is simply one enormous hall full of passengers. And one thing in my mind is to roam around this place and get to know the area and its facilities. Don't worry, they have shops and cafes here in case you get hungry while waiting. Finally, our A320 aircraft arrives from Manila. It's only a matter of minutes that the plane gets ready for its return flight and our boarding. Turnaround is quick, and the next thing we know, we were already lining up to board the plane. Yeah, we let others board ahead as we weren't on a rush anyway. We're taking things slow as we will be savoring our walk towards the aircraft, taking souvenir photos and videos along the way. By the way, traveling with me is my subscriber Peter, who's excited to go on a second plane ride.
We're going this way. 31. Thank you. Hello.
And we're making our way up to the plane. But before that, let me just ask permission if I can take photos and videos at the door.
Okay, we stepped out of the plane first, and just so we can check down what's outside. Yan. Yan. So, intay lang muna tayo dito saglit. They permitted me naman to step out muna to take pictures, and I'll be back in my seat naman. Yun lang.
After a few snapshots outside, it was time to get to my seat. Again, the advantage of sitting at the back is that if the flight ain't full, you get plenty of space for yourself. Doors are now closed, and we had to ask permission if me and my travel buddy Peter can have a window seat to each of us. Fortunately, our request was granted, and we were both guaranteed of a good view of our takeoff and landing. And just before pushback, crew members begin preparations for takeoff, including performance of their safety demo. While doing so, it's just good that one gets to read the safety instruction card too.
When outside the aircraft, pull inflation tags to inflate vest. Manual inflation is done by means of the red tubes. Blow to increase air, and push fin inward to release air. In case of rapid change in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will automatically drop from the compartments above you.
Soon we were taking off on our way to Manila. Just as a seatbelt signs off, it's time for me to explore what's in my seat pocket. What I find is an air sickness bag, an eye-catching safety card, which in this airline's case is wonderfully illustrated, and Cebu Pacific's in-flight magazine Smile, which is full of helpful articles about travel and destinations, as well as updates on what's happening and what's new in this airline. But my favorite pages on in-flight magazines such as this, it's what the airline offers on board, as well as the network of routes this airline flies to, both domestic and international. Shortly, crew members begin moving their cart along the aisle to sell snacks. Although we're not really hungry, I just had to buy some from the cart, as my agenda is really to break the ice with the crew members. Right now, I asked crew member Chris to do some sales talk, and she impressively convinced me to buy some pastries along with canned drinks. And upon starting off with our snacks, a short contest is held to make this flight a bit more fun.
And all you have to do is to raise your hand and give us the correct answer. The winners of this game will automatically bring home this voucher courtesy of Cebu Pacific. Name one holiday that we celebrate during the months of December to January. We have a quick one at the back. Alright, congratulations.
Nope, we did not win, but I got to interview a crew member.
We're going to ask Iris then, do people think it's easy to apply daw as a crew member, is it?
Syempre sir, there are a lot of hardships when you apply as a cabin crew or for any job like that. Pero, you have to prepare for it. Mag-aral ka about the company you're applying for, same as any job.
How many times did you apply personally though? Was it, how was the challenge for you?
Kasi po ako ay applied in a job fair in school. Tapos, unexpectedly, natanggap ko. Tapos, tuloy-tuloy na po yung process.
Was quite a challenge?
Parang in-enjoy ko lang po during the time I was in college. Kasi graduating student po. Tapos, nung natanggap po ako, akala ko yun na, madali na. Kasi sunod-sunod na yung mga interviews. May first interview hanggang third interview. Yun po pala, meron pang medical exam. After that, you have to train ka for 2 months.
Training-wise, how tough is it?
Very tough. Kasi po, you have to review all night long.
Si Sir June ba naging trainer niya?
Ay, hindi po. Yung ngayon po naming manager, cabin crew manager, si Miss Charisma.
Then, what else is there to prepare other than having good looks? Kasi some people, some kids daw, sabi gusto ko mag-cabin crew, pag-cute lang ako, pasado na ako. Is it true?
That's not true, sir. Kasi beauty depends on the beholder. Sabi nga nila, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, if you don't have what it takes, which is yung patience, understanding for the passengers,
compassion.
Compassion, yes.
Are you a nurse?
And no po, I'm actually a communication arts student.
So there's
it's just more than just good looks. You have to have some X factor.
Yes.
I see. Okay, are there other ways than making it as an FA? Because some people daw they tried to apply because they didn't make it. So iba they work down as a check-in agent or something. Are there ways then also?
I'm not sure about that, sir. Kasi nga po directly hired ako from a job fair. But there are some cabin crew who worked first as a ground personnel, and then eventually when there is a hiring, like Rich in front actually.
The one who was asking for the donation.
He was a ground personnel in Legazpi or Iloilo, I'm not sure. And then he applied during a hiring, a mass hiring, and then natanggap po siya.
Can people apply daw at undergrad?
Ang alam ko po, at least high school graduate before, but the requirements now, you at least have to finish a 2-year course. It depends on the airline.
What's the proper haircut though for applicants for male and female?
For male po, clean cut, being bald is not allowed.
Ladies and gentlemen, from
When the flight deck muna break. What's one memorable question you had sa interview that you'll never forget?
What separates me or what difference I can make? What can I contribute? Actually, yung answer ko po doon, I'm jollier than Jollibee. Sorry po, no copyright infringement, di po intended.
Pero I like it, unique siya.
Ayun po, so when I introduced myself, natawa po yung interviewer ko at that time. Kasi parang yun na yung naging selling point ko ever since.
I see. So, okay, there are sometimes pala, they make you do things or they ask you things na hindi mo talaga expected. Sometimes they make you sing or make you dance. Really? Okay, if I did pass the screening, how long do I have to wait to reapply?
It depends on the airline again. So sometimes, I think for Cebu Pacific, you have to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
For other airlines, perhaps a year or less, depending on the airline.
So anong advice mo for teenagers who want to apply for Cebu Pacific? Tsaka anong gusto mo sana makita? If you're the screener now, what do you look sa character nila or something? Maging team player, passion, what do you look for?
Cliche as it may sound, you just have to be yourself and of course present yourself well, practice the English language, you have to be able to communicate well, and what else? Just try hard. If ma-reject man, you can always try again.
Thank you very much, Lou. Yan, ganda ng insights ni Chris. Thank you very much, Lou. After getting a good interview, I realized we were already descending into Manila. Crew members would walk along the aisle to check as part of preparations for landing. That was a surprise. One of the cabin crew gave us this and a short love letter which says hi, thank you for flying with us from Lou, Kai, Rich, and Abby. There. Lou and Kai and the rest of the crew, thank you very much for this little token. Thank you. Yung Terminal 1 yata. Terminal 1 na. Ito natin. Whoa! Sa amin kuya eh. Terminal 2.
Gentlemen, we have just landed at the Nina Aquino International Airport. Cebu Pacific Air welcomes you to Manila. We are now taxiing towards the Terminal 3 for proper and safe disembarkation. On behalf of your flight crew captain Luis and First Officer Banta and the rest of our crew for this flight, we thank you for making Cebu Pacific as the airline of choice.
We finally landed in Manila, and after taxiing a bit to our gate, our plane comes to a stop and people began to disembark. we just had everyone go ahead, and once we were the only ones left, we had to try our luck if we could visit the flight deck. Lucky for Peter, he gets a chance to even take souvenir photos with the pilots. Something I'm sure he will never forget in his second airplane ride. With this opportunity given by the flight crew, av geeks like Peter will even be more inclined in the field of aviation. Not to forget, we still have to disembark, but not before we get to thank the crew members, especially the ones assigned at the back, for making this trip a fun and wonderful one.
Okay, so we collected our bags and we're out. We're going out of the airport na. So this concludes our travel video from our travel vlog from Tacloban to Manila. Nag-enjoy ka? Sulit. Nakapasok siya ng flight deck, di niya inaasahan. This is first time by the way to fly, actually second time na kasi kanina yung Air Asia nung isang araw. Ano masasabi mo?
Saya. Sobra.
Puno, plastic. Hindi nga.
Oo, kuya.
Marami ka natutunan.
Lalo na, nung nakapasok ako sa flight deck.
Oo.
Wait lang nun.
Yun lang. So, ayan, ito yung arrival. Kasi first time din lumabas out of Manila. Dati naghatid-hatid lang daw siya. So, till the next travel vlog, thank you very much guys for watching. Sa susunod ulit. See ya.